Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Pacific Northwest and Bandon Dunes Golf Resort, live second round coverage of the Pacific Championship. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's got a 2-shot advantage here to begin play. Frank, here we are a few months into the season now. Major championships just around the corner. But I think it's worthwhile to start talking about the race for the FedEx Cup. And our featured golfer here to this point, how's this ranking #1 on that list? Just a tremendous start to a career.
It is. Makes them the front runner, too, for Player of the Year, which we really haven't talked about much this season. And that's been a little bit of a tradition these last couple of years. The tiebreaker has actually been the FedEx Cup players, for good reason. They're the best players during the course of the year. So if you win the FedEx Cup, they should crown you more often than not Player of the Year.
So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. And that'll do just fine. This a little under 10 feet for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. And after the 62 yesterday, he'll move to 1 under for his round. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, the long par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. That one safely on the putting surface. A birdie try on the second green, and with that, we welcome 4-time winner on the PGA Tour, Nota Begay.
Yeah, this is when he's got to get just right. It's a tough putt moving back to his right.
Needed that to turn a little more, but it hung out wide.
Yeah, he needed to play it out a little bit further, and he also needed to hit it just a little harder.
That finished off for par here with the second, and this will stay a 1-shot lead. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. And that one not going to stop in time. It'll roll all the way into the bunker. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5, the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Yeah, that's good putt. That was a slippery one, but that's well done. A straightforward look here for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And with it, he'll take over the top spot on the leaderboard here on this Friday. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf. Oh, this is a big chance, but it's looking good. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Yeah, from that far away, anything inside of 5 feet is pretty darn good. 4 feet now for birdie. Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. May need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 6th. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. Yeah, that's a good spot to be on the front portion of the green with a birdie putt coming up. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, I've had a look. Overall, little bit of right to left, but fortunately it's on a very flat part of this green.
That one just gonna sneak on by. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. We head away from the coast now due east as we come to the par 4 7. A big wide fairway should make the tee shot manageable, but from there, this 3-tiered clover-shaped green provides a lot of opportunities for 3 putts if that approach wedge is not dialed in. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. So after a big drive, 77 yards now for his second.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
13 feet away. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And the lead is going to drop down to a single shot. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 385 yards. This one, similar in a lot of ways to the 3rd hole. The bigger hitters can easily clear those 2 fairway bunkers and, in theory, leave just a little pitch on for their second. Oh, that came out funny, and it started way left. That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way you could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Oh, yeah, that one on line all the way. It's in for a birdie. Will certainly help the cause. Well, whereas the 8th was a short par 4, nothing short about our closing hole here on this front side. The par 5 9th topping out at 585 yards, the longest hole on the course. That said, birdie is certainly not out of the equation. That is, if you can avoid the pot bunkers in the landing area off the tee. Oh, look out, that is way right. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. This one definitely going to pick up speed as it goes along its journey. This for an eagle. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. So a poor tee shot at 10, now his second. "11 feet away. Nope. So that's in for par to start this backside. And this will remain a 3-shot lead. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. And that one looked good for a while, but it's going to get gobbled up by that bunker. A lot to worry about here as he digs in for his second.
Well, there's more evidence why the long bunker shot is so difficult. Now, a good short game.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain at 14 under. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism, but par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. This one computed at an even 60 feet here for birdie. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Had half the equation on that shot, the distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it, hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
Not much left here for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. On to a tough one now. The par 4 14th listed at 390 yards. pot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front. Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. And some trouble here for our leader. That is into the bunker off the tee. After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Chance now for another birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateau green is not a bad play here. Okay, that's a good shot. Front left portion of the green and a birdie opportunity coming up. This is a 22-foot putt. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation.
That's the modern game. Huge tee shot, little shot, get in close, and a potential birdie.
Well played there. A birdie here at 16. He moves to 17 under par. A lot of these holes here at Bandon Dunes have big, wide landing areas. That is not the case here at the par 4 17. You'll need to thread the needle here with bunkers on either side, thick rough on the left, and a canyon to the right. But a safe drive in the fairway can yield a pretty good look at your second. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot coming up, just 97 yards left to the flagstick.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, that is a really good putt. Got it to throw out the anchor right near the hole. That's well done. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in two. That one up the right side. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And this will be a second round score of 64. That is very well done. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notabigay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.